Hi everybody. Welcome back to the ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we'll dive into the whirlwind of drama, secrets, and unexpected twists set to unfold in Port Charles over the next 2 weeks, from June 9th to June 20th. Buckle up as we explore the tangled lives of our favorite characters, with shocking decisions, emotional farewells, and hidden agendas threatening to turn everything upside down. From courtroom battles to romantic entanglements and dangerous investigations, there's no shortage of intrigue on the horizon. Let's unpack the juiciest updates and speculate on what lies ahead in this bustling soap opera town. Week of June 9th to 13th. Love, lies, and lingering goodbyes. The week kicks off with Jason Morgan embarking on a mission to unearth hidden truths, his determination to protect those he cares about driving him into uncharted territory. Meanwhile, Willow Corinthos and Michael Corinthos brace themselves for a pivotal moment as they stand before a judge whose ruling could shatter their family dynamic forever. The tension is palpable, with every word and glance in court carrying the weight of their future. Will they find a way to navigate this storm, or will the verdict tear them apart in ways they never imagined? Elsewhere, Cody Bell turns to Carly Spencer with a heartfelt proposition, one fueled by a deep yearning for love and connection. Carly, ever the loyal friend with a knack for seeing through to people's true intentions, agrees to lend a hand, intrigued by Cody's passionate plea. Their collaboration promises to stir up unexpected developments as they weave through the complexities of romance in a town where hearts are often broken as quickly as they're mended. What exactly does Cody have up his sleeve? And can Carly's influence help him achieve his dreams? In a more bittersweet chapter, Elizabeth Baldwin opens her heart to Lucas Jones, sharing the raw and painful details of her failed reunion with Lucky Spencer. While their time together brought flickers of hope, both realized that their paths were destined to diverge. Lucky, with his restless spirit and thirst for adventure, could never be tethered to the quiet life of Port Charles indefinitely. With a heavy heart, he prepares to bid farewell to beloved figures like Lula Spencer and Laura Collins, ensuring that his goodbye resonates with those who've shaped his journey. Each parting conversation is laced with nostalgia, and spoken regrets, and the promise of future reunions, leaving viewers teary-eyed as Lucky takes his leave. Trina Robinson, ever perceptive, begins to pick up on subtle undercurrents of discord between her parents, Curtis Ashford and Portia Robinson. Sensing that something isn't right, she confides in Ava Jerome, hoping to gain insight into the brewing storm. Ava, with her sharp instincts and knack for navigating messy family dynamics, offers Trina a listening ear, but her own agenda might cloud her advice. Later, Trina teams up with Kai Taylor for a strategic brainstorm, during which Kai reveals he overheard a heated exchange between Curtis and Portia. The argument centered on Curtis's desperate plan to bribe Jacinda into fabricating a scandalous lie about Drew Kane, claiming Drew paid her for illicit passion and manipulated her into using ketamine as part of a twisted plot. This revelation leaves Trina reeling, but Kai faces his own moral dilemma. Should he intervene, or let Curtis's dangerous scheme play out? Curtis, meanwhile, is laser-focused on tracking down Jacinda to enact his plan, unaware of the eyes watching his every move. The stakes couldn't be higher as this web of deceit tightens. On another front, Felicia Scorpio dives into a thrilling new assignment that promises to test her investigative prowess. Known for her resourcefulness and fearless approach, Felicia might be stepping into the world of espionage, tasked with uncovering secrets that others dare not touch. Her mission could intersect with some of Port Charles's darkest corners, and as she dons her spy hat, fans can expect clever disguises, coded messages, and heart-pounding close calls. What exactly is Felicia after, and will her skills be enough to keep her safe from the dangers lurking in the shadows? The courtroom drama escalates as Michael and Willow's custody battle takes a devastating turn. Despite Michael's earnest efforts to broker a peaceful resolution, Drew Kane's underhanded tactics throw a wrench into everything, igniting fury in Nina Reeves. Drew's low blow, a calculated move to undermine Michael, sets off a chain reaction of anger and betrayal, with Nina caught in the crossfire, her emotions raw and her loyalties tested. As the court reconvenes, unexpected twists and turns threaten to upend every assumption, leaving both Michael and Willow grappling with a feud that grows fiercer by the day. The judge's gavel looms large, and the outcome could alter the very fabric of their lives. Ava Jerome, always a master of subtle manipulation, extends a mysterious invitation to an undisclosed recipient. Her motives remain shrouded in intrigue. Could this be a gesture of goodwill, or is Ava laying the groundwork for her next power play? Speculation runs wild about who might receive this invite and what Ava hopes to gain. If tensions with Christina Corinthos Davis flare up over lingering blackmail drama, it could spell trouble for Alexis Davis, who's already buckling under the weight of familial stress. Every interaction Ava has feels like a chess move, and viewers are left wondering what game she's truly playing. Finally, friction brews between Dante Falconeri and Harrison Chase as buried secrets come to light. Chase's decision to conceal Brooklyn Quartermain's teenage pregnancy and the existence of their now-adult son, Giovanni Joe Palmira, strikes a deep nerve with Dante. Though Chase didn't know Joe was biologically connected to Brooklyn and Dante at the time, his silence on such a monumental matter festers as a betrayal in Dante's eyes. Their tense exchanges crackle with unresolved resentment, highlighting the fragility of trust between partners. Can they mend this rift, or will past omissions continue to haunt their bond? Week of June 16th to 20th, courtroom fallout and dangerous discoveries. As the dust settles from the courtroom showdown, the week of June 16th to 20th brings the aftermath of the judge's ruling in Michael and Willow's custody case. The decision sends shockwaves through their circle, with the potential for even greater hostility to erupt as emotions run high. Both parties grapple with the implications of the verdict, their once united front now a battlefield of hurt and recrimination. Michael's stoic resolve clashes with Willow's quiet anguish, and every conversation feels like a minefield. Will they find a path to reconciliation, or has this ruling fractured their relationship beyond repair? Drew Kane, meanwhile, continues his campaign to secure a future with Willow, but his carefully crafted good guy persona begins to crumble under scrutiny. His manipulative actions saboting Willow's critical clinic visit in Germany and hiding steamy encounters with Nina form a ticking time bomb waiting to detonate. The writers seem poised to orchestrate Drew's inevitable downfall, and as his secrets pile up, it's only a matter of time before his romance with Willow implodes spectacularly. Fans are on the edge of their seats, anticipating the moment when Drew's duplicity comes crashing down around him. On a lighter note, Carly Spencer surprises Jack Brennan with a romantic gesture that deepens their blossoming connection. Their chemistry sizzles as Carly unveils a thoughtful gift, a token of her growing affection that hints at a future filled with promise. Amidst Port Charles's chaos, their tender moment offers a breath of fresh air, a reminder that love can still bloom even in the most turbulent times. What does this mean for Carly's journey, and will Jack reciprocate with equal passion? Meanwhile, Jason Morgan turns his investigative gaze toward Professor Henry Hank Dalton, a figure whose mysterious aura raises red flags. As Jason digs deeper, he uncovers unsettling clues tied to Jocelyn Jack's covert involvement with the WSB. Could Jocelyn be hiding a staggering secret that even Jason, with all his street smarts, couldn't foresee? The stakes skyrocket as Jocelyn grapples with her orders from Brennan, potentially defying them if Vaughn's scheme to neutralize Anna Devane veers off course. The tension between Jocelyn and Vaughn ignites, their conflicting goals setting the stage for explosive confrontations. As their mission intensifies, sparks both romantic and dangerous threaten to engulf them both. What will Jason uncover, and can Jocelyn navigate this treacherous path without losing everything? Next, we'll explore the electrifying buzz surrounding the potential return of a beloved character to Port Charles, as well as the ripple effects her comeback could have on the town's most intricate relationships. Deadline recently dropped the bombshell that Kelly Thibault is set to reprise her role on the ABC soap this July, sending fans into a frenzy of speculation about whether Dr. Britt Westbourne might defy death itself. With whispers of her name in recent episodes and the heartbreak of her tragic exit still fresh in our minds, we're diving deep into the possibilities of her return, the emotional stakes for her family, and what this could mean for the future of General Hospital. Get ready for a roller coaster of theories, new plot twists, and heartfelt reunions as we unpack this thrilling update. A shocking return. Is Britt Westbourne back from the grave? The rumor mill is spinning at full speed ever since Deadline announced that Kelly Thibault will grace our screens once more come July. While the powers that be at General Hospital have kept their lips sealed about the specifics, the mere possibility of Dr. Britt Westbourne returning from the great beyond has ignited passionate discussions among fans. Could the Britch, as she was affectionately dubbed, truly walk among the living again in Port Charles? A tantalizing hint dropped during the June 6th episode, when Cody Bell reminisced about nearly colliding with Britt at the Metro Court pool upon his arrival in town, has only fueled the fire. This casual mention feels like a breadcrumb, a deliberate nod from the writers that something monumental is brewing. Perhaps Britt's story isn't over after all. Could this be the prelude to a jaw-dropping resurrection? Or is there another twist in store, like a long-lost twin or a doppelganger with a hidden agenda? The anticipation is electric, and as July approaches, every episode feels like a countdown to a revelation that could redefine Port Charles's landscape. A hero's tragic end, remembering Britt's sacrifice. Let's rewind to 2023, when Britt Westbourne etched her name into General Hospital history as a fallen hero. In a heart-wrenching turn of events, Britt bravely shielded young Jocelyn Jacks from the clutches of the Hook, later revealed to be the sinister Heather Weber. That selfless act cost Britt her life, leaving viewers stunned and tearful as they watched a complex, often misunderstood character meet a noble yet devastating end. Her death wasn't just a plot point, it was a seismic event that reverberated through the lives of those who knew her, exposing raw grief and unresolved tensions. Britt's final moments were a testament to her growth, from a scheming antagonist to a woman capable of profound courage. Now, with whispers of her return, fans can't help but wonder if her sacrifice was truly the end, or if fate has a different plan. Maybe Britt survived against all odds, hidden away in secret recovery, or perhaps the writers are crafting a supernatural arc where her spirit lingers to protect or warn her loved ones. Whatever the case, revisiting her tragic exit reminds us just how deeply her presence or absence shapes the emotional core of Port Charles. A mother's unending grief, Liesl Obrecht's heartbreak. No one felt the sting of Britt's death more acutely than her mother, Liesl Obrecht, whose world crumbled with the loss of her daughter. Liesl, a character known for her fierce determination and often morally gray decisions, was reduced to a shell of herself in the aftermath of Britt's passing. The agony of outliving both her children, first her son Nathan West, and then Britt, was a burden no parent should bear, and her grief painted every scene with a haunting intensity. Lisa's mourning wasn't just personal. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of family in a town where danger lurks around every corner. For months, she wandered through her days like a ghost, able to find solace even in her fleeting romance with Scotty Baldwin, which eventually fizzled out under the weight of her sorrow. Her last significant storyline saw her emerge as a beacon of hope, donating bone marrow to her grandniece Willow Corinthos in a life-saving act that hinted at her capacity for redemption. But even that triumph couldn't erase the void left by Britt. If Britt does return, the emotional stakes for Liesl are astronomical. Could this be the reunion that heals her shattered heart? Or will it unearth even deeper wounds from a past filled with loss and regret? Crafting a comeback, how Britt could rise again. If the writers at General Hospital can orchestrate the miraculous return of Jake Weber from the dead, surely they can weave a compelling tale to bring Britt back into the fold. Soap operas thrive on the improbable, and Britt's resurrection wouldn't be the first time Port Charles defied the laws of life and death. Perhaps she was whisked away to a covert medical facility after her supposed demise, her survival kept secret to protect her from lingering threats like Heather Weber or other unseen enemies. Or maybe the story takes a darker turn, with Britt returning as part of a shadowy conspiracy involving a secret organization that faked her death for their own nefarious purposes. Imagine Britt reappearing with a new edge, hardened by her near-death experience, and harboring secrets that could shake the foundations of her relationships. The possibilities are endless, and with the creative minds behind GH, fans can expect a storyline laced with suspense, emotional depth, and shocking reveals. Britt's return could also serve as a catalyst for exploring unresolved threads from her past old rivalries and spoken loves, and the lingering question of whether she can truly find peace in a town as tumultuous as Port Charles. A family reunion. Will Liesl join Britt's return? If Britt Westbourne does indeed make her grand re-entrance, it's unthinkable that Liesl Obrecht wouldn't be part of the narrative. Liesl's devastation over losing her daughter was a cornerstone of her character arc, and to bring Britt back without her mother's involvement would be a missed opportunity of epic proportions. Picture the scene. Liesl, weary from years of grief, catches sight of Britt across a crowded hospital corridor, her breath catching as disbelief turns to overwhelming joy. The reunion would be a masterclass in emotional storytelling, with tears, embraces, and perhaps even a heated confrontation over why Britt stayed hidden for so long. Lisa's return could also reignite old dynamics, your protective instincts clashing with Britt's newfound independence, or her lingering bitterness toward others in Port Charles who she feels failed her daughter. There's also the tantalizing prospect of Lisa facing off with new foes or reconnecting with allies like Willow, whose life she saved, to rebuild family ties. Fans would relish seeing this mother-daughter duo back together, their bond tested and strengthened by the trials they've endured. Could Lisa's return herald a new chapter for the Britt Westbourne legacy, or will old scars threaten to tear them apart once more? What lies ahead? Speculation and surprises. As July draws near, the speculation about Kelly Thibault's return as Britt Westbourne reaches fever pitch. Will she rise from the ashes of her heroic sacrifice, bringing with her a storm of new conflicts and reconciliations? And if Lisa Lobrecht rejoins the canvas, how will their reunion reshape the emotional landscape of General Hospital? There's no doubt that Britt's comeback, whether as a living, breathing character or through some other twist, would send shockwaves through Port Charles, reigniting old feuds and forging unexpected alliances. Perhaps she'll cross paths with Cody Bell again, their near miss at the Metro Court pool evolving into a deeper connection or a fiery rivalry. Or maybe her return intersects with current storylines, like Willow's ongoing struggles, offering Britt a chance to mend familial rifts or uncover hidden truths about her own past. The writers have a golden opportunity to delve into themes of redemption, forgiveness, and the enduring power of family, all while keeping viewers on the edge of their seats with unpredictable twists. One thing is certain, Britt's potential return isn't just a plot device, it's a chance to revisit a character whose complexity and heart left an indelible mark on the show. Next, we'll delve into the sizzling romantic possibilities heating up Port Charles as summer 2025 unfolds, with three intriguing pairs: Giovanni Joe Palmieri and Emma Scorpio Drake, Jocelyn Joss Jackson Vaughn, and Emma with Professor Henry Hank Dalton capturing our attention. The air is charged with potential love stories, but secrets, covert missions, and personal upheavals threaten to douse these budding flames before they can fully ignite. From Gio's identity crisis to Joss's dangerous WSP entanglements and Emma's mysterious intentions, we're diving deep into the dynamics of these connections, imagining new twists, and exploring what could blossom by August. Join us as we unravel the passion, intrigue, and heartbreak on the horizon in this drama-filled town. Joe and Emma, a friendship on the brink of romance. As summer dawns in Port Charles, Giovanni Joe Palmieri and Emma Scorpio Drake find themselves drawn together amidst a whirlwind of personal turmoil. Gio's world has been upended since the nurse's ball revelation that he's the long-lost son of Brooklyn Quartermain and Dante Falconeri, a discovery that left him grappling with questions of identity and belonging. Emma, on the other hand, carries the weight of a shadowed past from her time in Berkeley, her guarded demeanor hinting at experiences she's yet to share. Their shared sense of vulnerability, Gio's emotional rawness from family upheaval and Emma's reluctance to open up about her history creates a unique bond, one that crackles with unspoken potential. Late-night conversations by the waterfront, stolen glances during chaotic family gatherings, and quiet moments of mutual understanding could easily tip their friendship into uncharted romantic territory. Imagine a summer evening where they escape the noise of their lives, finding solace in a hidden garden near the hospital, only to realize their feelings run deeper than either expected. However, Gio's lingering trust issues, born from the shock of his adoption secret, might make him hesitant to let anyone in fully, while Emma's cryptic California backstory could harbor truths that challenge their connection. Will their shared pain forge a lasting romance, or will meddling family dynamics, perhaps Dante's overprotective instincts or Brooklyn's attempts to reconnect, keep them firmly in the friend zone? Joss and Vaughn, a dangerous dance of attraction. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Joss Jax finds herself entangled in a high-stakes game of espionage as a covert WSB agent. Her mission focused on uncovering the secrets behind Professor Henry Hank Dalton's enigmatic tech project. Enter Vaughn, a fellow operative whose razor-sharp wit and enigmatic motives add an extra layer of tension to their already perilous collaboration. Their interactions, marked by terse exchanges in dimly lit campus corridors and cryptic discussions over burner phones, pulse with a chemistry that threatens to spill over into something more personal. Picture a summer mission gone awry, where Joss and Vaughn are forced to hide out in a secluded safe house near Port Charles. Adrenaline fueling late-night confessions and stolen touches as they evade danger together. The sparks between them could ignite into a fiery romance, transforming them into a formidable power couple within the shadowy world of espionage. Yet, Joss's carefully guarded secret as a WSB agent teeters on the edge of exposure, especially as her odd behavior missed family dinners. Unexplained absences starts raising eyebrows among the Jacks and Spencer clans. Introducing Vaughn as a potential boyfriend, who seems just as elusive and peculiar, might only deepen her family's suspicions, with Carly Spencer likely to confront her daughter over these red flags. Will Joss and Vaughn's shared danger forge an unbreakable bond, or will the weight of their hidden lives extinguish any chance of love before it can take root? Emma and Dalton, a game of charm or genuine desire. Emma Scorpio Drake's frequent encounters with Professor Henry Hank Dalton have set tongues wagging in Port Charles, as fans speculate whether her apparent infatuation evident in her wide-eyed admiration and lingering smiles during their conversations is driven by romance or something more calculated. Emma's past remains a tantalizing mystery, with whispers of a connection to Dalton during her Berkeley days suggesting there's more to her story than meets the eye. Could she, like Joss, be a covert WSB agent, using her charm as a tool to unearth the secrets of Dalton's technological pursuits? Summer settings, like a university fundraiser under the stars or a quiet coffee shop meeting to discuss research, could blur the lines between strategy and genuine attraction, especially if Emma finds herself unexpectedly drawn to Dalton's intellect and guarded charisma. However, Dalton himself is no open book. His reserved nature hints at personal agendas, perhaps tied to the very tech project the WSB is so keen to dissect. If Emma is indeed on a mission, her dual pursuits, potentially romancing Joe while probing Dalton, could stretch her loyalties thin, forcing her to juggle heartfelt emotions with cold pragmatism. Imagine a tense moment where Joe catches her in a compromising conversation with Dalton at the university, misinterpreting her intentions and setting off a wave of jealousy and doubt. Will a true spark emerge between Emma and Dalton, or will their respective secrets, possibly overlapping with Joss's own WSB objective, build an insurmountable wall between them? Summer secrets. Can love survive in Port Charles? As the summer sun blazes over Port Charles, the romantic undercurrents among these three pairs promise a season of heart-pounding developments. Joe and Emma's evolving friendship teeters on the edge of something deeper, but their personal demons and family interference loom large. A surprise intervention from Dante, desperate to shield Joe from more emotional upheaval, could force the young pair to confront whether they're ready to cross the line from friends to lovers. Meanwhile, Joss and Vaughn's dangerous alliance within the WSB's shadowy ranks offers a thrilling mix of passion and peril, yet the risk of exposure grows with every secretive glance. Picture Carly enlisting Jason Morgan's help to tail Joss, determined to uncover why her daughter's life seems shrouded in mystery, only for Jason to stumble upon a clandestine WSB operation that puts everyone at risk. Emma's potential double game flirting with both Joe and Dalton while possibly serving a covert agenda adds yet another layer of complexity, as she navigates a tightrope of emotion and espionage. What if Dalton himself turns out to be a double agent, playing both the WSB and a rival faction, forcing Emma to decide where her true loyalties lie during a dramatic summer confrontation at the university lab? New twists on the horizon, imagining the drama. Let's dream up some fresh elements to spice up these budding romances. For Joe and Emma, a long-forgotten letter from Brooklyn, written years ago during her pregnancy and discovered by Joe in a dusty Quartermain attic, could reveal heartfelt truths about his origins, prompting him to seek Emma's comfort in a vulnerable moment that shifts their dynamic forever. For Joss and Vaughn, a near-fatal mission to steal critical data from Dalton's encrypted files could end with them stranded on the outskirts of Port Charles, relying on each other for survival during a torrential summer storm, their defenses crumbling as they share personal fears and dreams under a makeshift shelter. As for Emma and Dalton, a shocking leak of classified WSB intel, perhaps orchestrated by a jealous rival within the agent cycle, expose Emma's potential cover to Dalton, leading to a charged showdown where he demands answers, only to reveal he's been harboring feelings for her despite his suspicions. Each of these invented twists heightens the stakes, blending romance with the signature danger and deception that define life in Port Charles. The road to August. Will love prevail? As we look ahead to August, the question remains, will these tantalizing connections bloom into full-fledged romances, or will the secrets and scandals of Port Charles tear them apart? Joe and Emma's journey from friends to something more hinges on whether they can overcome trust barriers and external pressures. Perhaps finding strength in a shared summer adventure that tests their bond. Joss and Vaughn's fiery chemistry, fueled by danger, faces the ultimate challenge of balancing love with the deadly risks of their covert world. Imagine a climactic mission where Vaughn must choose between saving Joss or securing critical intel, a decision that could define their future. Emma's dual dance with Joe and Dalton, tangled in potential WSB ties, promises a web of intrigue where every smile hides a motive. And a late summer revelation about her true intentions could either unite or destroy her connections. The writers have a treasure trove of drama to mine, and with every passing episode, fans are left guessing whether love or betrayal will win out in these captivating storylines. Closing thoughts, what's your take? The summer of 2025 in Port Charles is shaping up to be a scorcher, with Joe, Emma, Joss, Vaughn, and Dalton at the heart of romantic speculation that keeps us glued to our screens. From tender friendships teetering on the edge of passion to dangerous liaisons wrapped in espionage, General Hospital delivers the emotional highs and lows we crave. Will these pairs find their happily ever afters by August, or will the town's signature cause family drama, hidden agendas, and unexpected betrayal stand in their way? We've woven new threads into these stories, envisioning letters, storms, and leaked secrets to heighten the tension, and we can't wait to see how the real plots unfold. What are your predictions for these budding romances? Do you think Joe and Emma are destined for love, or will Joss and Vaughn steal the spotlight as a power couple? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more spoilers, twists, and updates as we follow the heartbeat of Port Charles together.